Are you ready to learn about a brief history of slavery? Shall we begin the games? Prepare, for you have been chosen to divulge in the screen known as Prager. You gather your snacks, your coffee, your antidepressants. We're going on a ride. Shall we begin?
And now for a brief history of slavery.
Everything you said in this video is wrong. That's the end of the segment. That should just, yo, if I was a good fucking meme contenter, that would be, wait, nope. I'll click that later. I'll make a clip of that. Matter of fact, somebody clip that for me. That's how we're starting this segment. Look at that. 5-second fucking segments. Oh my God. I would be trending on TikTok so easily. Somebody needs to clip that. Definitely.
Here's the first thing you need to know.
Nope, you're still wrong. Everything's off. Wrong, done, out of here. Damn, there's 2 wrong statements and you like...
Slavery was not invented by white people. Please,
on God, bro, say fucking less, and I will make this my fucking Facebook banner. You know what? Sam will post that shit right the fuck now. This is the greatest thing I've ever read. This is the greatest thing I've ever read. Hold on, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set up a clip, hold on. And I'm gonna just play it every time I think it's worth playing it. That's all I'm gonna say. You might hear a little bit. You might hear a little bit of it. Now, where's the one that was edited? Yes, we're doing this live in the middle of a segment. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, here it is right here. Okay, I got it lined up.
It did not start in 1619 when the first slaves came to Jamestown.
Oh my fucking God. Thank you for defining the difference between settlement slavery and modernized colonial slavery. Much two different things.
It existed before then. It did not start in 1492 when Columbus discovered the New World. In fact,
literally nobody fucking said that. Literally nobody has ever.
When the intrepid explorer landed in the Bahamas, the native Taino tribe...
Please change my topic to politics.
...hoped that he would help them defeat their aggressive neighbors, the Caribs. The Caribs enslaved the Taino and, on occasion, served them for dinner.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Are we about to spend this video painting Native Americans as the bad people?
Slavery existed in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East.
But why? Why? Please go into the nuances of how that system worked and like...
The word slave actually comes from the Slavs of Eastern Europe.
Ooh, highly debatable.
Millions of them, all white, by the way. were captured.
Oh, wait, by the way, you said the fucking coins and you said this shit out loud. Game over. Game over. You win. Great video. Great video. Top of my recommended. Smoked me. Smoked me. Smoked me. Shit smoked me. I need an Arizona for that. Mucho mango or pink strawberry. We're going with the pink strawberry. Nah, smoked me. That shit smoked me, bro. That shit smoked me. I gotta keep going. I need it. It's in my veins. I was just talking about how hard it is for me to keep up with stream. Like, it's in my veins now.
And enslaved by Muslims in the 9th century and later by the Ottoman Turks. Slavery existed when the Roman Empire controlled the Mediterranean and most of Europe from the 1st through the 5th centuries. Slavery existed when Alexander the Great conquered Persia in the 4th century BC.
What?
It was so common that Aristotle simply considered it natural. The slave master model was just how the world operated in the great philosopher's day. Slavery existed during the time of the ancient Egyptians 5,000 years ago. As far back as we can go in human history, we find slavery. As renowned historian John Steele Gordon notes from time immemorial, slaves were a major item of commerce. As much as a third of the population of the ancient world was enslaved. Here's the second.
You know what I hate is that I'm gonna upload this video and people are gonna be like, "You're just groaning at this shit." Debate it, bro. Like, come on. You know what the difference is in the arguments between colonial chattel slavery and the practice of slavery in the United States is uniquely barbaric because we were a modernized nation and we should have recognized the injustices towards black people way earlier than we did, even if it was somewhat the precipice for how we built the nation. The fact that we did that and then left the slaves with nothing shows that slavery was even more inhumane because the reward for making it through and proving yourself as a citizen was to absolutely be dumped down into the barrels of society as a nothingness, worthless piece of garbage. To extend that further into the Jim Crow era, we still allotted for laws and legislation in certain town laws to be passed that made it harder for black people to coexist in the same neighborhoods as white people, therefore moving them into the so-called poorer neighborhoods and or ghettos. We then regulated and red zoned those areas to be blocked off from any type of meaningful change or balance from the surrounding neighborhoods and their generated wealth. See, I can be smart when I want to. My problem is that people like this exist who make 10 times more money than me and will never have to worry about where their next meal is coming from while I'm over here scrounging for follows and subs on Twitch. I love my community, but like, that's dangerous. Like, that's the fight I'm fighting. You see how I could tone away the jokes real quick? Like, you really want to, like, we all know the differences between each era of slavery and how it was manifested. I don't expect the people from 312 to have the same wherewithal towards people as we do in 2021. The fact is that we moved to this country and envisioned a free land for all and then literally had to piece back the rights we were giving to people. We just took away abortion from women in a state. That's a modern world to you? That makes sense? 500 years from now, we still talking about abortion? Bro, I hope in 500 years we learn how to get augmented parts so we can keep humans living forever.
All y'all smell like this to me.
Have we ever thought about that? Like, think about that for a second. How, in what universe do we build a cohesive society if people like that will like, bro, you know my argument is not about slavery of all time. White people didn't create slavery, yes, but they were the last people who had to enact it. And they did it brutally because they didn't view black people as humans. And then all of a sudden one day they were just like, all right, all you N-words are free. Bro, what bank job am I getting? The guy at the bank tried to hang my daughter last week. Like, just because we were free doesn't mean he's not going to still try to hang my daughter. You remember the end of the movie Life is Beautiful, if you've ever watched that? How the Nazis were just going around, like, executing as many people as they could because they knew they lost the war and they were just pushing out. What the fuck do you think happened after slavery ended? We all just shook hands, was like, my bad, bro. You know, my bad. It was legal. I needed to work, my homie. What's up? You want to work for me for $8.25? Bro, they literally said, get the fuck out of here. Whipped them and kept all the money and said, I guess we just got to work the land ourselves. Or, you know, you're free now, but since you don't really have much to do, you can still come to work for me. I'll still pay you the same wage because it's not like you're going to get any better anywhere else. Because what the fuck is a wage market 1 week after slavery is declared illegal? Like, we all know the nuances behind the conversation that you're trying to have, and you're here on some right-wing website saying, selling your old people out. They were all white, by the way. Doesn't mean it was a good thing. Matter of fact, the fact that you can find so much evidence of it and be ready to bring it up in a moment's notice makes me beg the question, why did it take so long here? If we were so enlightened and we were the country that was prosperous and was going to show the world how great humanity could be. You sold old white dudes a premise that there was a place where there wouldn't be some other white dude bearing down on them, and they bought into it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Thing you need to know. White people were the first to formally put an end to slavery.
Hello.
In 1833,
Sing mode, that's fucked up. Sing mode, that's fucked up. I'm refunding you for that.
Country in the history of the world.
No, matter of fact, I'll do it next
Slavery
next
Abolition
segment.
Act. They were quickly followed by France, who in 1848 abolished slavery in her many colonies. Then, of course, came the 13th Amendment in the United States Constitution. After centuries of human slavery, white men led the world in putting an end to the abhorrent practice.
Okay. Let's try to rationally debate this and not have a molding moment. White men led the world in putting an end to the abhorrent practice of slavery. Do you know why that is? One, the cultural shift was leading towards slavery bad. So white men were like, okay, good. Two, that's because you wouldn't let black people be in charge of anything.
That includes the 300,000 Union soldiers, overwhelmingly white, who died during the Civil War.
Capping for the Union side? Wait, sorry. The Union's the good people. Union's the good people, Confederates, my bad. I was thinking of the South Union.
Am I saying that this makes white people better than anyone else?
That's a hyperbolic argument. No, you can't just, it's quid pro quo, it's non sequitur, sorry.
Of course not. My purpose here is to simply tell the truth, and
my purpose here is to simply tell the truth, and you've omitted so much so far.
Truth is that human history is complicated. No one, regardless of skin color, stands guiltless. Yet today we are never told to consider the murderous Persian Empire or the cannibalism of indigenous tribes of North and South America or the heinous actions under the imperialistic Muslim, Chinese, Mongol, or Japanese empires to name.
That's because we don't live there, you dumb bitch.
Name just a few. Instead, we're told that slavery is a white phenomenon. And like all persistent lies, this lie spawns a bunch of other lies. On social
Like what?
media, I come across extraordinary depictions about how Africans lived like pharaohs before Europeans came and laid waste to their paradise.
Literally what happened.
I wish any of this were true, but it's not. It's a fantasy. The truth is that Africans were sold into slavery by other Black Africans.
Oh my fucking God. Not this argument. Not this argument. Please don't end this video on this argument. You know what? I've made a point of debating that specific thing like earlier in this video, so I'm gonna just let this one play out.
And in many cases, sold for items as trivial as gin and mirrors. Whites didn't go into the interior and round up the natives. They waited on the coast for their Black partners to bring them Black bodies.
Wow.
The stark reality is that our lives had very little value to our ancestors.
You ever just feel depressed, bro? You ever just feel depressed, homie? You ever just sit and just wonder like how the fuck do humans like coexist on a planet? Holy shit. Holy shit, homie. Holy shit.
Here's the third thing you need to know. If you think slavery is a relic of the past, you're wrong.
Based?
There are some 700,000 slaves in Africa today.
Debated me. No, not this one. Not understanding economic.
Right now. That's the lowest estimate that I could find. Other sources say there are many more. For context, that's almost twice as many slaves as were ever brought to the United States.
Oh, but what about the people born into fucking slavery, you dumb bitch? Please, you know what? If she clarifies that in the next sentence, I'll take it back. I'll take everything I've said back.
Child soldiers, human trafficking, forced labor. These are the conditions that currently exist within the same sub-Saharan region where the transatlantic slave trade originated.
Oh, God, so Black people are at fault for this.
African bodies are being sold today like they were sold then. And no, they are not being purchased by any country of white men. In fact, slavery, by any traditional definition, is exclusively practiced today within non-white countries.
Oh, God, please bring up the development of ethno trade and ethno expansion. And please wonder why Switzerland looks at you funny when you're a Black person in Switzerland. Come on. The answers are right there.
But we hear almost nothing about that. Just like we hear nothing about how slavery was universal until good people in Europe and America ended it 2 centuries ago. Why? Because our so-called leaders, Black and white, wouldn't profit from it. Black victimhood is nothing if not profitable.
Holy shit. Oh my God. So people would be wondering, why are you putting yourself through this, bro? You can be streaming about anything. Because it's important to know what the other side is talking about. That's why I really hate when people bring up like, you're part of the leftist media. You spout leftist ideas. You the mainstream media. There 100 Vuvuzela iPhone, 100 billion dead. Like, I ingest more right-wing media than most right-wingers do. Like, I don't do this shit for fun. It's because it's important to be a source of like, hey, this is also out there and you should probably hear the other opinion on it.
It elects politicians and funds racial grievance groups.
Racial grievance groups. Like the tribes that are getting fucking pipelines drilled into the... Oh my God. Like living in a poor black neighborhood where your water don't fucking work. Pain. Pain. Without love. Pain. I can't get enough. Pain. Like, you want me to sing? I sung. Like, come on.
And if Black Americans began to view themselves as partners in the American dream, if we embraced the patriotic spirit that holds all men are created equal, the patriotic spirit that is our real heritage, and the race hustlers.
Real heritage? So just ignore everything because all black people were bad until they got to America? Black people's culture is American culture only? Nigeria, Zimbabwe, none of that shit. None of that culture. Our heritage is here. The patriotic way, the American Rambo gun way. So this isn't just propaganda to vote for a Republican. Time for the clip.
Got one. Shut the fuck up.
Was that loud enough? Should I make that shit louder?
Shut the fuck up.
Would soon be out of business. And who wants that? I'm Candace Owens, author of Blackout for Prager University.
One more time, so we're just clear on this here. One more time, just so we're clear on this.
Got one. Shut the fuck up.
Ah! Is my camera out of focus there?